Ladies and gentlemen, our ceremony will begin in 2 minutes. Please move towards your seats. We ask that you silence all cell phones and electronic devices during the ceremony. Distinguished guests, general officers, command sergeants major, ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of Colonel Christopher Ritchie, Garrison Commander, Fort Knox, Kentucky, and Command Sergeant Major Sherman Waters, Jr., Garrison Command Sergeant Major, welcome to the United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky Change of Responsibility Ceremony. This morning, Command Sergeant Major Sherman Waters will relinquish responsibility of the United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, to Command Sergeant Major Alejandro J. Licea. The reviewing officer for today's ceremony is Colonel Christopher Ritchie, Commander, United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky. The official party for today's ceremony is Colonel Christopher Ritchie, Garrison Commander, Fort Knox, Kentucky. Command Sergeant Major Sherman Waters, Jr., the outgoing Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky, and Command Sergeant Major Alejandro Licea, the incoming Garrison Command Sergeant Major, Fort Knox, Kentucky. Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for honors to the nation and remain standing for the invocation that will be presented by the Garrison Chaplain, Colonel Matthew Kreider.
Let's pray. Most gracious God, we are reminded this morning from your word. For who is God but the Lord? And who is a rock except our God? The God who equipped me with strength and made my way blameless. He made my feet like the deer and set me secure on the heights. He trains my hands for war so that my arms can bend a bow of bronze. You have given me the shield of salvation, and your gentleness made me great. God, we are grateful this morning for the gentleness that you have given to Command Sergeant Major Waters, and in your grace and mercy you have made him great among us. And as he and his family are honored today for many years of service, and as they transition later into retirement, may you lead them, guide them, bless them, give them strength. Likewise, we are thankful for Command Sergeant Major Lisea. We are thankful for his leadership. And as he now bears this new mantle of responsibility, God, we pray that you would give him wisdom and discernment. And in your gentleness, likewise, make him great among us. God, during this ceremony and all things that we do as we live our lives, may you and you alone be glorified. In Jesus' name, amen.
Ladies and gentlemen, please be seated. At this time, flowers and gifts are being presented to Mrs. Alakisha Waters, Miss Faye Waters, Command Sergeant Major Waters' mother, Miss Deborah Kruger, Command Sergeant Major Waters' mother-in-law, Miss Ashley Waters, Command Sergeant Major Waters' daughter, Mr. Sherman Waters Sr., Command Sergeant Major Waters' father, Mr. Michael Guster, Command Sergeant Major Waters' brother, Mr. Tyron Owens, Command Sergeant Major Waters' brother, and to Miss Grace Lisea, Command Sergeant Major Lisea's sister. Mrs. Alakisha Waters is receiving a bouquet of red roses. Red is the color of the heart and reflects love and concern that she has shown for the soldiers and civilians of the garrison and their families over the past 2 years. Mrs. Waters' roses are in full bloom, symbolizing the beauty and fulfillment of her time with the soldiers and civilians of the United States Army garrison. Mrs. Faye Waters, Mrs. Deborah Kruger, Miss Ashley Waters are also receiving red roses. Mr. Sherman Waters, Mr. Michael Guster, and Mr. Tyron Owens are receiving special gifts. Miss Grace Lisea is receiving a bouquet of yellow roses. Yellow is the color of new beginning and symbolizes her arrival to the United States Army garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky. In time, Miss Lisea's rosebuds will blossom, as will her relationship with the soldiers, civilians, and their families. Also in attendance is Mr. Jose Lisea, Command Sergeant Major Lisea's father, and Sebastian, Command Sergeant Major Lisea's nephew. From ancient times, armies throughout the world have conducted ceremonies to commemorate victories over enemies, honor comrades in arms, and celebrate special occasions as we are doing today. These ceremonies have added color and pageantry to military life while preserving tradition and stimulating esprit de corps. The Continental Army established the foundation by which our present-day ceremonies are performed. Today's ceremony is an enactment of an Army tradition that is 249 years old. The history of the United States Army and the non-commissioned officer began in 1775 with the birth of the Continental Army. The American non-commissioned officer did not copy the British. They, like the American Army itself, blended the traditions of the French, British, and Prussian armies into a uniquely American institution. As the years progressed, the American political system, with its disdain for the nobility, social attitudes, and the vast westward expanses, further removed the U.S. Army non-commissioned officer from his European counterparts and created a truly American non-commissioned officer, which is today the best non-commissioned officer corps in the world. The non-commissioned officer corps has always been the key link between the officers who provide intent and the soldiers and civilians who execute. In recognition of their essential role in the success of the Garrison Command, the United States Army Garrison Headquarters and Headquarters Detachment First Sergeant Uriah Britt, will assist in the transfer of responsibility. The change of responsibility is a simple traditional event that is rich with symbolism and heritage. The key to the ceremony is the passing of the garrison colors. The passing of the garrison colors signifies the relinquishment of responsibility and authority from the outgoing to the incoming Garrison Command Sergeant Major. Order of Relief of Responsibility for Command Sergeant Major Sherman Waters. Having served faithfully with distinction, you are hereby relieved of your responsibility as the Garrison Command Sergeant Major, effective 28 February 2025. You have executed the duties of your office with dignity, dedication, and devotion to the Garrison Command. Your leadership to the non-commissioned officers, soldiers, Department of the Army civilians, and sound advice to the officers of the Garrison Command has been of the highest quality. Having fulfilled your duties as the Garrison Command Sergeant Major with distinction and honor, it is with great respect and the utmost gratitude that we now pass those standards and responsibilities on to your successor. Change of responsibility order for Command Sergeant Major Alejandro J. Licea. Let it be known that effective 28 February 2025, that you assume responsibility as the Garrison Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky. The Garrison Commander places special trust and confidence in your patriotism, dedication, integrity, and leadership abilities. Therefore, he hereby appoints you to the office of the Garrison Command Sergeant Major. First Sergeant Britt is passing the garrison colors to Command Sergeant Major Waters, the outgoing Garrison Command Sergeant Major, in final deference of his authority and leadership. Command Sergeant Major Waters is passing the garrison colors to Colonel Ritchie, signifying the relinquishment of his duties and gratitude for the opportunity to care for soldiers, families, and Department of the Army civilians of the Fort Knox, Kentucky community. Colonel Ritchie is passing the garrison colors to Command Sergeant Major Licea, the incoming Garrison Command Sergeant Major, charging him with the responsibility for the unit as its new Command Sergeant Major. Command Sergeant Major Licea is passing the garrison colors to First Sergeant Britt, symbolizing his dedication and commitment to the soldiers, families, Department of the Army civilians of the Garrison Command, thus completing the change of responsibility. Ladies and gentlemen, the Garrison Commander, Fort Knox, Kentucky, Colonel Christopher Ritchie.
A lot of beautiful people out there today, I gotta say. That's fantastic. Hey, so my MWR director would be remiss if I did not remind everyone tonight, following the 1500 retirement ceremony, right across the street is Right Arm Night at Fiddler's Green, all right? So that kicks off at 1600. I promise you semi-cold beer and beverage of your choice, all right? Okay. Hey, good morning, everybody. Thanks for being here on this awesome day at Fort Knox, Kentucky. Distinguished guests, family, and friends, I truly appreciate each of you taking time out of your schedule to be here today. It's awesome seeing so many folks from our installation and our outstanding partners from surrounding communities joining us at this ceremony. It's a great Army day being able to participate in this time-honored tradition of changing responsibility from Command Sergeant Major Waters to Command Sergeant Major Licea. Events like this highlight our past and bind us to 250 years of Army history. I'd like to say thanks to some special guests in the audience here for the Command Sergeants Major. Keisha, Sherman, and Glenda, Faye, Debbie, Michael, and Ashley, thanks for coming out to support your soldier. Jose, Grace, and Sebastian, thank you for coming help us welcome Command Sergeant Major Licea to the garrison. Command Sergeant Major Waters, over the last couple of years, it's been absolutely amazing leading this garrison with you. Time and time again, you've demonstrated the utmost professionalism and that you're an innovative problem solver. Thank you so much for your wise counsel and aggressively working hard to make sure Fort Knox is the best place to live on, work on, and deploy from in the U.S. Army. Thank you for your 30 years of dedicated service to our nation, and thanks for being my battle buddy. I'm going to miss our daily talks, but I look forward to new talks with Mr. Sherman Waters. As you transition out of the Army and stay right here in Vine Grove, Kentucky, I wish you and Keisha nothing but success in your future endeavors. Command Sergeant Major Lisea, we look forward to your family's arrival this summer. I know you do as well. I know you want to move out of that MWR accommodation. All right. And we can't wait to meet your wife, Jenny, and your daughter, Nikki, and son, Anthony. You've got some big shoes to fill, but I am confident that you are up to the task. The only piece of advice I have for you is to lead our soldiers, civilians, and families like you'd want to be led. We've got a great team of expert professionals that are going to support your transition into your new role as our Garrison Command Sergeant Major. But I am excited to utilize your experience from across the Army and bring it into Fort Knox and how we do business. Thank you, everyone, for coming out today. God bless Fort Knox, and God bless the U.S. Army.
Ladies and gentlemen, the outgoing Garrison Command Sergeant Major, Command Sergeant Major Sherman Waters.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk in the mic like that. Good morning, everybody. I hope everybody's having a good time, a good morning. We had a little hiccup this morning. My Papa Sherm couldn't get on post, so, but he made it, though. That's all that matters right there. Like I said, good morning, Colonel Hong, community leaders, Sergeant Major Young, Sergeant Major Monday, Sergeant Major Lewandowski, Sergeant Major Atkinson, fellow Command Sergeant Majors, officers, soldiers, civilian professionals, brothers of Phi Beta Sigma, family, friends, distinguished guests, thank you for sharing this morning. It's a precious time, and it's a special moment for me, so thank you for being here. Before I get started, I got to talk a little bit about Colonel Ritchie right quick. About a month ago, if y'all didn't know, Colonel Ritchie had an ankle procedure done, and he was in some tennis shoes about a month ago. So I'm at home sleeping one weekend. I'm just thinking, I'm like, man, is Colonel Ritchie going to stand on stage in tennis shoes and pass the colors to me? Or I pass them him? Understand, you got an infantry airborne ranger. He got about 15 badges on his shirt, but we had a conversation, and he kind of sped up his recovery so he can be on stage with some boots. And I just want to say personally, thank you. You know you lost some street cred if you've been on tennis shoes, sir. I want to say thanks to the Army Band and everyone who had participated and did something to put on this ceremony today. Please give them a round of applause. First, I must thank God for his many blessings. Without his guidance and anointing, I wouldn't be standing here today. As I prepare to transition as your Garrison Sergeant Major, I am overwhelmed with mixed emotions, and so please bear with me as I try to make it through this speech, okay? As I look into the crowd, I see many faces who have played such a vital role in my journey. Looking back on my time here, I am filled with a deep sense of gratitude, pride, and I'm truly humbled. Upon assuming this role, I was immediately impressed by the exceptional dedication and professionalism demonstrated by every member of this Garrison team. Each of you has shown a steadfast commitment to our mission and our Garrison values. As I adjusted into the position, it became clear that we face significant challenges within the Garrison. We are dealing with funding shortfalls and a range of internal and external requirements that strain our operation. To top it off, our limited resources did not help the situation. But despite these constraints, your commitment of excellence was praiseworthy. I must give a shout out to the team who have directly or indirectly supported my mission here at Garrison. I want to start off with the directors, the chiefs, the soldiers, and the civilian professionals, also and our partners who are the real horsepower behind this organization. Our accomplishment over the past 2 years have been nothing but amazing. I'm going to go through a few, so hopefully I get it right. First, I want to start off with the youth, sports, and fitness. They was recognized as second place in the NFL Flag Association. Our PAO section was recognized in 2 MCOM level Keith L. Ware communication competition categories. Best Commentary, and Best Feature Story. I got a few more. You got to bear with me. I got a few more. Okay. Our fire department was awarded an international accreditation for public safety of excellence. Our CDC was reaccredited by the National Association for the Education of Young Children. Our Fort Knox Army Emergency Relief provided $22,000 in remote support and assistance to the Fort Campbell soldiers and families that was affected by the December 2023 tornado. Our school-age center received reaccreditation by achieving a 100% score during their evaluation. The Devers Teen Center sent one youth to compete at the State Youth of the Year event in Bowling Green. Our CYS won a Boys and Girls Club of America Impact Award, recognizing our commitment to collective impacts on youth. Our NWR was recognized in 2023 and 2024 by the American Academy for the Park and Recreation National Gold Medal as a finalist. Our Education Center BSEP program had the highest BSEP score in the Army of 147 in December 2023. Colonel Ritchie, I put myself in there. Colonel Ritchie and I turned Auto Gym and Gammon Gym into a 24/7 gym. Yeah. Big points, sir, big points. Our Fort Knox was one of 19 federal agencies that received a portion of a $28 million Department of the Army grant. Our garrison won Best Garrison this year at the IDT level, and we are now one of 3 installations competing at the MCON level. That's amazing. Last but not least, we said goodbye to the beautiful water towers by our Education Annex, led by our DPW. How many of y'all missed the water towers? Thank you. I only highlighted a few achievements, but there are many more. With that being said, please now give the Garrison team a round of applause for their hard work. I would be remiss if I didn't recognize others who have impacted our garrison as well. Our tenant partners. I'm talking about the LRCs, the Knox Hills, the AFEs, the Dodias, the commissary, and others. Your support is vital to enhancing the quality of life for our soldiers and families. Thank you for your commitment to our mission on the installation and to our people. Also, I cannot forget about the support I felt that I received from my peers who have been instrumental in my journey as a Garrison Sergeant Major. Your unwavering support, mentorship, and friendship have been crucial to our achievements and our shared success. Thank you for what y'all provided to me. Also, I cannot forget about the support we received from our neighboring counties, Hardin, Meade, and Bullitt. It is essential that we do not take this support for granted. We have consistently emphasized the success of Fort Knox is because of the collaboration of these communities. Thank you for your continued support to our people and our installation. To my wonderful bosses who have tried to keep me in line, our EAs, Karen and Ashley. I don't know if they're here now. Karen and Ashley. I want to express my heartfelt gratitude for your assistance, for keeping me on track, on task, and dealing with my procrastination. I knew it wasn't easy. I'm a procrastinator. And also, I want to give a shout out to Karen, right? Last night, they hosted a farewell dinner for me, and it was all led by the efforts of Ashley and Karen, and I told her I'll do a shout out to her today. You want to wave? You want to wave? There you go, Karen. Thank you for everything you did for me, Karen and Ashley. Thank you. They take care of us all the time. They do. To the Guardians 6 and 7 in our amazing EXO. Is EXO here? Oh, thank you. She want to be shout out. I just want to see if he was here. I didn't want to say anything. No, but honestly, the Guardian 6, 7, and EXO, you are a crucial command support element overseeing training programs, personnel and administrative tasks, and other support functions within the garrison. Without that team, we can do a lot of things and focus on the external part of garrison. So thank you. the Guardian team. To the previous garrison commander, Colonel Retired O'Brien. Even though we only spent a few months together, sharing your experience has been invaluable as I settled in position. Kentucky Regional Development Alliance picked the right person with the right vision, and I know that you will carry our community to greater heights. So congratulations, and thank you for being here, sir. Thank you. Mr. Bradford, always sitting in the back, probably. Let me see. There you go. They're pointing you out. Excuse me. Your knowledge and experience has been vital to ensuring I remained aligned with the commander's priorities and objectives. Without your guidance, I would have faced challenges and navigated the complexities of garrison. I firmly believe your contributions to this installation extend beyond the typical offerings of a garrison sergeant major or a garrison commander. As the deputy, your leadership is critical to the success of Fort Knox, and thank you for everything you've done for me during my time here, Mr. Bradford. Thank you. Colonel Ritchie, I said something about you earlier, but I got some more to say. From the bottom of my heart, thank you for being you. I appreciate your mentorship, your honesty, and always thinking outside the box. I remember our discussions often beginning with the phrase, "This is between us." The conversation usually happens in our van known as Blue Thunder. Your sense of humor and jokes will always remain with me. It's always clear to me that we shared a mutual understanding. Thank you for being a great listener, a friend, and I consider us Garrison brothers for life. Thank you, sir, for what you did for me. Thank you. As I conclude my time here, I have complete confidence in the future of Garrison. I'm sure you will continue to uphold the highest standards of excellence and achieve even greater accomplishments. It's important to remember that our strength is derived from our unity, our resilience, our steadfast commitment, and to one another on this installation. If we continue to focus on those three pillars, we will never fail. To my new battle buddy, Command Sergeant Major Lasea. Did I say that right? Lasea, okay. As you assume this amazing role, I extend my best wishes to you and your family. I'm confident that you will lead with honor, integrity, and a steadfast commitment to the well-being of our soldiers, their families, and our civilian professionals. Always remember, you have an organization of experts, so provide support by firing, by collaborating, connecting, and communicating, and listening to their needs. And don't forget to lean on the Sergeant Major Mafia, okay? If you need anything from me, I'm only a phone call away, so thanks, brother. Welcome to the team. Yep. As I approach the end of my military career, I wish to extend my appreciation to all individuals that have influenced my career. Your guidance, support, encouragement has been fundamental to my personal and professional development, to include my success, which has significantly shaped my career. To my family that I didn't get a chance to add into my speech, who surprised me the last 2 days, and that's my daughter, Ashley, and my papa, Sherm, right? Thank you for being here, including their families. Thank you for being here and sharing this special moment with me, okay? This means a lot, okay? Thank you. Dang, I thought I was going to make it. Yep. Yep. To my mother and my mother-in-law, Thelma and Louise, the Casino Bandits, thank you for always being there and being a support system. You two have played a crucial role in supporting my career, and I'm truly thankful. Dang, I'm almost there. To my amazing wife, I sincerely appreciate your support and love. I can't even see now. Hold on. You have consistently shown your dedication to my career with grace and intent, at the same time managing our household. I am grateful for your unconditional love and affection. You are the reason I stand here today. Thank you, my love. In conclusion, I told you I was almost there. In conclusion, I wish to express my sincere gratitude for the opportunity to serve as your Garrison Sergeant Major. As I transition, I carry with me the valuable lessons learned and the precious memories during my time here. Thank you for your trust, support, and friendship. I hope you continue to serve with pride, dedication, and a mutual commitment to this installation. Thank you. May you be blessed. Go Mob. Green Bay Packers all the way. Yeah. Sergeant Major H2O, signing off the net indefinitely. Thank y'all.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Garrison Command Sergeant Major, United States Army Garrison, Fort Knox, Kentucky, Command Sergeant Major Alejandro J. Lasea.
All right. Woo. All right, is this on? Okay. That's a tough act to follow, by the way. Woo. Okay. Wow. Okay, what an amazing turnout. Good morning, everybody. Command team, Sergeant Major Young, Sergeant Major Monday, Colonel Hung, Colonel Ritchie, Mr. Bradford, fellow command teams, garrison directors, our dedicated civilian workforce. Good morning. My name is Command Sergeant Major Alex Lasea, and I'm proud and honored to be your new garrison CSM. Now, before I begin, based on that speech, it was evident and clear what Sergeant Major Waters means to this community, and he put his absolute heart and soul into Fort Knox. I think it's only appropriate to give Sergeant Major Waters, and if you want to stand, I don't care, one more round of applause to his service, to Fort Knox, and to the nation. That's a lot of, talk about a life of service. That's a lot of PT tests, by the way. ACFT, the old PT, that is a lot of changes. So thank you for your service. Now, in my short time here at Fort Knox, coming from Fort Bliss, man, I love these trees. Let me tell you, it's great. I've seen this unique and special community and how truly wonderful it is. Fort Knox is tight-knit, it's connected, it has a sense of purpose, and it strives for excellence for its soldiers, its families, its veterans, and its awesome civilian workforce, its employees, right? And our retirees. It's truly America's gold standard and its army home. The community has been absolutely welcoming to me in the short time I've been here, to include my NWR facility that Colonel Ritchie talked about. I had snacks, I had water, I had it all, even some other things for after 1700, so that was great. Thanks for that. I will try to give you my absolute best every single day as your new CSM. And I want to make sure Fort Knox remains the best installation in the U.S. Army, and I will try my best to do that every single day for you. To the audience, just a quick plug, we do have the new My Army Post app, so you make sure you download that, please. So I just want to make sure you're doing that. It's important now, okay? So I look forward to meeting many of you and working with you, as it is clear I have some very, very big shoes to fill. So, Colonel Ritchie, I look forward to working with you as your CSM and taking over the seat with, that Sergeant Major Waters had, and taking out Blue Thunder for a ride out there and checking out the post. I will strive to give you my absolute best advice, be open, transparent, and make you help the best decisions as our garrison commander for our community, to make sure it continues to thrive, and to take care of our soldiers, our families, and our civilians, so they make sure they get after the mission and what the nation asks them to do. Like you, I care about the garrison being top-notch installation for all who live here, who work here, and I'm charged to lead with dignity and respect. So thank you, sir, for your trust. I want to thank my friends and former soldiers who made it out here today. It's quite a way to get out here. And colleagues who made it out here, who were stationed here, and travel from different locations to be here. Especially my former soldier, Jared Geeman. Thanks for coming out. His wife, Nicole, that made it from Fort Campbell. Woke up very early this morning, so thank you for making it out here. Major Matt Visser, who made it out from D.C., drove last night from the Pentagon, so thanks for coming out, sir. Appreciate you. Many colleagues here on Fort Knox. I don't see all of you, but thanks for coming out. I appreciate your support for all the many years I've known you guys in my previous career field in the PIO world as you support me in this new role. I want to thank my former battalion commander who couldn't make it, unfortunately, Lieutenant Colonel John Landry, and the amazing soldiers of my battalion of the 24th T-Pace down in El Paso right now who are currently deployed supporting the border mission on behalf of the nation. Thank you for making me a better CSM and a better leader. And thank you for what you're doing right now for the nation. So Ghost Riders forever. I want to thank my dad for being here, Jose Licea, a retired CSM himself, who traveled last night from Florida. Grace and Sebastian traveling from Florida as well, who left beautiful South Florida in that beautiful weather to be up here. But it's a great weekend, by the way, I would just say. Last weekend, it was snow. You would have absolutely hated it. But the trucks were out. It was awesome. But it's a great weekend, and I look forward to spending time with you this weekend. To all my amazing family in Florida, thank you for your years of support in this absolutely crazy military career I have chosen to pursue. So thank you for the gang down there. Lastly, I want to express my sincerest love and appreciation to my wife, Jenny, back in El Paso, who couldn't make it today, and my kids, Nikki and Anthony, who I love so much, as the school year wraps up, and I look forward to bringing them to Fort Knox this summer. I couldn't be here today without your love and support for this very tough military life and career that I've continued to pursue, and I look forward to seeing you soon. I want to thank you all for being here today in this amazing ceremony. I look forward to being your Garrison CSM, and I will strive to work absolutely hard and do my best for this community. I am so proud to be here. Strength starts here. Team Knox, proudly signing on.
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand and join in the singing of the Army song. Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Garrison Commander, Fort Knox, Kentucky, Colonel Christopher Ritchie, and the Garrison Command Sergeant Major Alejandro J. Licea, we thank you for your attendance at today's Change of Responsibility ceremony. Command Sergeant Major and Mrs. Waters will receive friends and well-wishers in front of the reviewing area. The Licea family will host a reception at the Garrison Conference Room directly following the ceremony. Thank you for joining us on this historic occasion.
Yeah, man. Don't be a stranger.